Hello guys, my name is Zhatelier, welcome back for another episode of Supreme Rule Ultimate as we try to conquer a world as El Salvador, and let's get going once again. And our monetary problems are... well, they're still there, but they were okay for a while. Well, one day. Let's be honest here. But once we do get the lamp... actually, you know what, let's pause that for a moment. It's gonna be fairly expensive anyway. And we'll probably have to get some buffer going for metal ore, so I'm gonna put a few thousand of that to be both. And, well, maybe not quite that much, but yeah, there's gonna be plenty of coal now. Rubber is not a problem at the moment. And we are gaining some money. So that's good. And yeah, we are also producing a little bit of industrial goods. Not very much though. But we managed to build, what, 2 days worth of? Yeah, 2 days worth of this. So it's gonna be a little bit expensive still. Well, let us get to about 5 million. Oh, wait a minute, 5 million might actually trigger the yeah, it triggered the research. Okay, well, I'm actually gonna unpause the building now then. It's still gonna be very expensive, but at least we do have the buffer for metal ores and coal. So that shouldn't be a problem. Which means that we can actually keep producing some of the stuff. Not everything, but some of them. Keep our economy going. Okay, we already built 5 days worth of stuff there. And yeah, military goods shortage. I know. And yeah, if you've been wondering why I locked all the resources, actually not something I've done. I mean, I've locked the crucial stuff before, but I decided that I'll try to have total control over the resources this time. So I can do things that the AI doesn't always do. I mean, I can build up buffers, for example, for stuff. I mean, I'm not currently building buffers for anything, actually. And what I could, of course, do is... minimum price, we're gonna up that a little bit. Maybe 40. And I'm gonna put 4% of the food into stock. Just in case that if our food production lags behind a little bit, we can still feed our people. I mean, especially once we start taking the countries to... oh, that's a Chinese spy. Interesting. But yeah, once we start heading further south, there's going to be a lot of new people, and the food production might not be on par to what we need. Okay, how many? We still have 40 days left. Fair enough. By the way, since we are having the labor shortage still, the increase is... hold on. It's about 30,000 per year now. It's not too bad. But total population is less than 3 million. Of course, we are a fairly small country still. But once we get Guatemala, there's going to be another million. And Guatemala is actually fairly rich. I mean, they got a lot of timber production, a fair bit of food production. They got electricity... mid-industrial goods, actually, that's gonna be useful. And of course the land production. Oh, and they also do have some consumer goods, that's mid-size. This was also mid-size, okay, interesting. But yeah, hold on. How many days left? 37, so we have actually... We have had some progress, not much though, but a little bit. After we get that, we can start building some units again. I mean, so far we've managed to... Actually, we can check that from here. So we managed to kill 11 units and lost 1, so I'd say that's alright. We lost also some... we have had some casualties, but not very much. But in terms of army size, we are fairly low still. I mean, even Cuba has more than we do. Switzerland has more. Peru has a little bit more, not much though. But the thing is, we don't have any military production. Oh. I think we built another day's worth. Yes, I know. Oh, there's a pretty spy there. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of spies, I think. Since they don't really have anyone else to spy on right now, other than maybe the other big powers, but they probably have more than enough spies to use on any interesting countries, so to speak. And since the war didn't start in Europe, interestingly enough, of course, this is not the... I mean, we started on 1914, but this is not the scenario where the First World War is scripted to a degree. Although apparently the Soviet Revolution was scripted, but countries like the Baltic countries, Finland, and so on didn't get independence. I don't know if there's going to be any war in Europe for the time being. City construction delayed. Okay, how many days are there left? 31. Okay, so progress has been made. Not very much though, but a little bit. But I'm pretty sure that during this episode we can actually start building more troops. I mean, we are technically about 1/3 there. 32%. That's not too bad. By the way, what options do we have? We have infantry, we have cavalry, recon, and we have the artillery unit. Mind you, not very good artillery units, but it's gonna be better than nothing. They can bring in some extra firepower to the fight. Which is probably going to be needed anyway. Yeah, once we get our land production going, we might want to... Well, first of all, we're gonna need the industrial goods production going up a little bit. Then we do want to get some military goods production as well. Which is gonna be a little bit expensive to do, but we do need the military goods. There's no way around that. Okay, we still got a pretty good buffer of metal ores, and we have a little bit of coal left. I mean, we are actually buying some extra coal to keep on a buffer, which is actually not too bad. But how's the... We're still making $6 profit for $6 profit for every ton of agriculture, which means that we get a decent amount. And actually check that here. We make about 400,000 from selling agricultural stuff. I'm fine with that, actually. I mean, that's the total price that we get from the sales. Of course, that doesn't calculate in the production costs. Okay, how many days left? 25. Oh, it's been going pretty fast, actually. Of course, we are playing fairly fast speed anyway. I mean, fastest. But yeah, I do want to leave a little bit garrison here, so I'll probably build 3 more scouts, 4 more infantry, and few artillery pieces. Of course, one thing that I do want to get is the supply trucks, but that's not an option for us yet. I think we need to get the assembly lines or some... No, not assembly lines. I don't remember what we need to get for them. Industrialization, okay. But that's a little bit away. Of course, once we get our economy going, we can start building new research centers, and that's gonna speed up things quite a bit. Since our power grid research hasn't really gone forward lately. Yeah, but land production is about... Yeah, it's exactly 50% now. Well, not exactly, but anyway. Right, so... The election day is going to be 12th of September 1920. So we still got a decent way to go for that. Okay, our treaty integrity is not extremely high. And our military approval rating is, well, it's almost full. So that's good. In other words, if we can't win the election, we can still stage a military coup and stay in power. Until military gets fed up with me. Which hopefully doesn't happen. I mean, I'll try to stick as a democracy as long as I can, because democracies do have some bonuses. I don't remember the exact numbers and what the effects were, but I do remember that the democracies have better bonuses than... I mean, if I remember correctly, it was something like production numbers are higher in a democracy, and the cost is the default, but if I remember correctly, in dictatorships, the production values are halved, but the cost is 1/3 less. So effectively, you pay more for what you produce. That might be outdated info though, I'm not sure about that. Okay, how many days left? 17, okay, so we are building it decently fast. Oh, there's another Chinese spy. Lovely. Because now that we wait a little while, the likelihood of people declaring wars on us should go down a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. Also, if we check our GDP per capita, okay, it's not too bad. We are in the top 100 now. Which we were not when we started the game. Of course, it does help that I've killed 3 countries already. Right, so our population is still steadily increasing. Economy is not extremely good. In terms of diplomacy, world market opinion is still delighted, which is certainly good. I mean, there's a random chance every now and then that the League of Nations actually builds something in your area. Usually it's agriculture or timber or something like that. Ah, we captured a Chinese spy. Interesting, and there seems to be a British spy over in that barracks now. Lovely. But yeah, at some point I'll probably have to increase the world volatility to have some other conflicts going on, so I'm not the only one doing quote-unquote bad things. Okay, 12 more days. And we're gonna start producing, well, 12 more active days. I mean, it's 75%, so it's not too bad. Of course, the construction is going to take a while here. But I don't know, once we get the land production, we'll probably want to get our research running again a little bit, especially once we've taken out Guatemala. And I think what we'll have to do once we've taken Guatemala is build up enough troops on the Mexican border that we can defend at least, should they try to attack. So basically get a couple battle groups of infantry along this line here, maybe one around here, then get artilleries over here, here, and here, I think. Then we can put some sort of garrison around here to help defend that, and maybe have one extra as a reserve, one extra battle group as a reserve here. Okay, so how many days are there left here? 7. Okay, that's almost, well, not almost, but it's probably gonna be done in, I don't know, March? That's a careful estimate, but we'll see. It's gonna be completed soon-ish anyway. Yeah, once we take Guatemala, we're gonna have to start getting naval production going as well, so we can get some ships. I mean, currently we don't even have any blueprints for any ships, so that's gonna be a bit of an issue, but having the naval production available is going to be very useful. At some point we're gonna have to do some landing craft, so that we can actually land troops properly. For example, once we take out Cuba, which probably will happen sooner or later. Of course, defending Cuba against the US will be somewhat annoying, let's put it that way. But of course, I'll try to avoid the war against the US for a while. Yes, I know, we don't really have the money, but how many days? 4 more days. Make that 3. Yeah, other than... hopefully we can get the research going, because this research is going to take a while. Of course, once we... actually, what I'll do is, once I have the infantry built up, and maybe the scouts, after that I'll start getting a claim in Guatemala. But until then, I'll save the money for other stuff. Hopefully we can get the supply trucks research, well, as quickly as possible, because we are going to need them. We're going to need them a lot. Basically what at least in the other game that I've talked about in previous episodes, I usually use like 5 units and 1 supply truck for each battle group, basically. Supply trucks are not always part of the battle group, so I can just select a battle group and give them move order, and still... oh, we got the land production. Finally. Okay, our monetary problem should be fading slowly. I'm gonna put 4 infantry in the queue. This shouldn't take too long, actually. We're still getting a lot of money, that's good. Now that we're not building extremely expensive buildings. Well, that's another pretty spy. But yeah, we're actually doing alright here. I mean, other than the fact that we still need to repair quite a few places and our unemployment is too low for the time being. But I mean, if we ignore every flaw that we have in our country is pretty good. I think that's how it goes. Okay, so we got one of the infantry already. I'm gonna start assembling them over there. Probably move Spike. Hold on, where's the high ground? There's the high ground, okay. So we can see a little bit further from there. You know what, let's actually combine the fresh recruits over there instead. What we can do is we can put in the cavalry recon on the queue as well. Because we are suddenly building pretty fast. Because they're not all that expensive. And after that I'll put in... You know what, I'll put in 5 artillery units. Should be plenty to do a fair bit of damage. The thing that I noticed that the AI does a lot is... it doesn't use... or at least always doesn't use the units in good measure, like sometimes it's just huge amounts of artillery, which if you get close you can easily destroy them, but if you can't get close then those artillery pieces will ruin your day. Okay, that's 4 of the 5 needed for the infantry. It's not too bad. Also, how are our supply situations here? It's actually not too bad, so we should be able to advance to their capital without any troubles, I think. Soon we should be getting our next battle group, yep. Okay, so I'm gonna send you there. And I'm gonna make you into battle group. And we select the battle group, and we are going to rename it to Rommel. Once again, another patron of mine. Of course, you do want to have a battle group named after you, and especially if you have some special wishes, what type of battle group. And most likely it's going to be either infantry or artillery for the time being. I mean, eventually I might do some naval battle groups and all that, but right now that's not really an option. But you can leave that in the comments, and once all my patrons have got then a battle group name after them, I'll then start using the list. Of course, do remember that I do record these episodes a little bit in advance, so there might be a bit of a buffer between you commenting it and me adding it to my list, or that you can get the battle group. But anyway, we are getting our scouts, or recon units, so I'm actually going to put 1 recon here and 2 over there, and I'm going to move one of these recon, probably you, move, hold on, we can actually use the sea transport to go to that port. Should save us some time. I mean, we can see the ship going on in there. It's definitely faster than walking through the jungle. Right, oh, hold on. Oh, it started building the artillery instead. Okay. Well, I mean, fair enough. Okay, research still hasn't gone too much forward, but I think we are researching a little bit. Which is good. Okay, we're still building more artillery. But at least we're getting military going. Oh! I can actually see someone over there. Interesting. Another artillery piece. How much do we have industrial goods? We actually have a fair bit. So we could probably repair a few more things. The thing is, what do we want to repair? That's the question. Exactly, you repair the consumer goods factory. Yeah, the research is a little bit poor in our country right now. But things are looking bright there at this point. Also, I think I said that I'll start supporting the opposition here soonish. Let's start doing it now so we can get the claim going. And I do think we already have enough troops to possibly take them out, but we're still building more. And labor shortage is a thing. Of course, the fact that we don't have much people in our country, we're putting a fair few of them into the military, it does have an effect. Yeah, we can see they do have a little bit of infantry, I can say that much. And I'm pretty sure they got a little bit artillery as well. But do they have as much as we do? Or we will have at the time of the war? Probably not. Okay, I believe there was a high ground over there, so let's get on that. Yeah, there's another artillery piece. Now, if I remember correctly, if you put your artillery on a high ground, they can actually shoot one tile further. Which is something to keep in mind, actually. Okay, so we got 4 of the artilleries here. There's one more coming, then there should be 2 more scouts. Or recon units. But yeah, the usage of military goods is not all that high at the moment. The thing is, the unemployment means that we can't really build too much new stuff at the moment. Because the efficiency is going to go down anyway. And that is going to be very expensive. I wouldn't probably fix that one. Okay, those are fixed. Because we didn't actually enter that until the end of the war against them. Okay, now we got the artillery group. So once it's gathered, I'm gonna rename that. I'll make it into a battle group. And that's gonna be called Athenian. Right, now we should be producing more cavalry. Once they've done, I'll probably build in another 5-man infantry. Or I might just build a few infantry and put them into capitals that I already conquered to be sort of an extra garrison unit there. I haven't quite decided yet. Okay, I'm gonna put one over there so we can use it to possibly take out that town and basically cut their railroad here so they can't. Well, actually, they probably will still go through here. Maybe. Oh, and the last cav will go here so we can use the scouting abilities. At least a little bit to our advantage. Okay, so we can see a little bit into their lands. And how much military do they have? 12,000, and we got 24,000. So we got quite a bit bigger army now. However, we have also reached the end of this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And do check out my Discord and Patreon links down below if you're interested. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.